Oh, it went off quicker than I thought. Hello. I was taking one last drink. Okay. Let's see who's on so far. Oh, hi, Romaine. Oh, glad you got to make it live. Hi, Becky. Thanks for liking and sharing again. Hi, Paula from Wyoming. Let's see who else is on here. Oh, Christy, you've got the grandkids again. We'll have fun. Hopefully, you can keep watching, but it's okay. You need to play those grandkids too. Hi, Diane. And you finally got to make it live. I'm glad you're here. Oh, Romaine, you're getting your grandkids this weekend. That'll be fun. Okay, let's see who else here. Hi, Marva from northeastern New York. Hi, Crystal. Okay, I think we are ready to get going here. Excuse me. This cold just does not want to go away. I don't feel sick at all. I just still have every once in a while throat a little scratchy or my nose stopped up. It could also be the weather. It is so humid here today. It is, well, it has been for the last few days. And we've get rain off and on. Actually, today the rain went around us, above us and below us, but it is still so damp from the last rain. Nothing's drying up, and our windows are getting fogged over. It's a lot of fun. I'm sure some of you are going through that too. Why isn't this auto scrolling? There we go. Oh, hi, Debbie and Mimi. Glad you guys got to make it. And Laura. Oh, good, Marv. I'm glad you got your door prize. Good. Melissa, I'm kind of wondering if right now it might be allergies. My husband's still kind of dealing with it off and on, but yeah, I'm starting to wonder if this might be allergies here. Definitely was a cold a couple weeks ago. It was bad, but yeah, I'm kind of wondering if this is more allergies than anything. Oh, hi, Judy from Nova Scotia, Canada. Glad you're here too. Okay, well, I think oh, Crystal, you're in the middle of a thunderstorm. Yeah, it looked like there was some stuff going on in Kentucky. And up north where our second daughter, we have three kids. They're all adults now. We've got two daughters and a son. And our middle one, Stephanie, lives up and around in the Muncie area. And they've got a flood warning right now. So they're getting drenched, I guess. So, okay. They've been having a bunch of bad storms up there too. They had another close call with tornadoes, missing them completely, thank goodness. But not too far away. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and start with the door prize. Some of you have probably already seen some of the hashtag door prizes pop up, and I will tell you how that works here. Once I click on the right thing, there we go. I never know when I keep thinking, oh, I'm going to know right where I'm supposed to click, and I still have struggle with that. But if you live in the United States and want to be part of my door prize drawing, then make sure you comment hashtag door prize. You don't need to write. I probably should not have bolded the comment. You don't have to. That's deceiving. You don't have to put that in, but definitely put in the hashtag door prize. And it can be, you can type other things because I wasn't sure about this. I checked on this today because I noticed some of you type a comment and then do hashtag door prize. I thought that would still work, and it does. I was a little nervous. I thought I'm going to double check in that, and I ended up finding out it still works just as long as it's in your comment. You can have other things in that comment, but just make sure you have the hashtag door prize and type it in just like you see it there, all small letters, no spaces, and make sure you put that hashtag right before it. Okay. Let's see here. Just saw a couple more. For some reason, this is not auto scrolling for me. Oh, hi, Lynn, catching from southern New Jersey. Hi, Patty. Glad you got to make it live. And I see people doing hashtag door prize. Good. We're good. Oh, hi, Kristen. Glad you're here too. Okay. Oh, hi, Anne. You probably said hi earlier and I just didn't see it. Glad you got to make it live because I knew you said you're going to try. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and I'm going to get this screen. I can tell I had to move my tablets. Now, there we go. I think that's a little better. My camera's on top of it and it moves around. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and bring in the door prize. I'll switch screens so you can see it. Now, this one is from everybody that commented hashtag door prize during the live and the replay from last week's live. So I'm going to do the drawing for it. Let me go ahead and click this on so that way it's on there again. It's for those of you that came on just now, and I can tell there's people YouTube and Facebook that have done their hashtag door prize. So if you're watching and you're new to this, just type it in just like they're typing it in. I can tell they're all doing it right. Okay, except don't put an S at the end of it. Just do hashtag door prize. No, not door prizes. I think I see somebody did that on one. So if you did that, go ahead and type it in again. Just make sure you do it just like you see it there on the screen. Hi, Pat. Glad you got to make it. Haven't seen you for a while, but I'll see you in person in a couple weeks. I'm getting excited. Okay, this door prize here are the adhesive-backed metallic gems. Always forget the official name. And that's for everybody that did hashtag door prize during the live and the replay last week. So let me go ahead and pull up the wheel. I put everybody's names in that did that last week. And let's see who's going to win. Oh, where'd my pencil go? There we go. And the winner is, ooh, Patty Joe. I can't really say it, but that's right. Patty, I don't think you've ever won before. You're a regular watcher, though, so hopefully you're watching tonight. I think you normally watch on YouTube. If you are, look down the video description below the video, and it'll probably, if you're, I can't remember how it all looks on everything, but usually they'll start to show the description a little bit. Click more, and you'll see all the links. And you'll see a contact me link. Click on that, and then that will email me, send an email to me. Make sure you give me your mailing address. If you're watching on Facebook, then just message me there on my Facebook page. Oh, hi, Lorraine. Just saw that you're on, and I'm here talking and forgot I need to still switch the screen. Let's go back to me for a second. There we go. Congratulations, Patty Joe. I'm glad you won. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get her name on here. I'm going to show you guys the door prizes for this week. Now, those of you that did the hashtag door prize here tonight, you are officially in the drawing for tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and click back down here again. It's so much easier to show it down here. There's always a glare if I do it where my face is showing. I had another pack of these. I got 2 packs out that I think are really good for fall projects. I know it's strange to think about fall. The fall starts next month. I know it's crazy. Like those of you who watched last week know I love fall projects. So I've had one embellishment I've been holding on to until fall. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get it out right now. It's a retired one. This is also retired. But once again, these are the adhesive-backed cork rounds. Actually, I think this was one I offered a few weeks ago, and it wasn't redeemed. I never heard back from the person who won it. So hopefully this one will get going. So make sure you do that hashtag door prize. And at the end of the video, near the end of the live, I will do the drawing. So that's why while you're watching the live, you have to type it in just right, because that way the raffle option on my or feature in my live will pick up your comment. So this is for the rounds, and everybody that does hashtag door prize during the live and the replay will get put in the drawing with this. I'm trying to get it over where this here. Let's take the hashtag door prize off just for. I know actually I'm going to take the ticker off for a minute. There we go. That gives me a little more room. So here are what were these called? Adhesive-backed speckled dots. These were in the fall bundle or suite, actually, in the mini last year. And I had an extra pack. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to get these out. We're getting close enough to fall. And I love the colors in here. I can't remember all of them, but they're good colors. This one might have been crumb cake, but it kind of reminds me more of basic beige. And we didn't have that last year. So that's a nice color. Cajun Craze. And I honestly cannot remember what these two were, but they will work great on your projects. So I'll put these over to the side. So this is for everybody that lives in the United States and does hashtag door prize during the live and the replay. And if you're doing it during the replay, make sure you get it in before noon Eastern time next Thursday, which is August 8th. And then this is the one here for tonight. So everybody does hashtag door prize tonight. I will do that drawing here at the end of the video. Okay. Aren't those pretty dots, Donna? I really like them. Almost hate to give them up, but I know I'll never use them. They'll just be sitting. So I thought I'd give them away. Okay. So, Crystal's working on Halloween. I'm getting ready to do that. I'm hoping to start my, the goal is to start my 12 weeks of fall and Halloween next week. We'll see how that works. That's my plan. So hopefully I'll be able to come up with something real quick and get that up. And if you're watching on Facebook, I have a YouTube channel, and that's where I'll post it. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And then if you see that little bell icon, click on it, select all, and YouTube will notify you when I do my videos, so you'll know when I do those videos. Also, if you're on my email list, I'll let you know when I pop that video up too. And you can sign up. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Whenever I talk about links, I'm going to cover this and then I won't talk about it anymore. If you're watching on Facebook, go to the top of my Create with Christy page and click on the Learn More button. And then you'll see all my links there to learn about this card class at home. I'll tell you about it here in a minute, but just so you can read it in case you forget after the video's over. Click on the one that says get free stuff from me, get free stuff when you order from me. And all my other links are there under that Learn More button. Then if you're watching on YouTube, just go down to that video description and you will find all the links down there, including the one that says card class at home link. You just click on that to find out about the class. Oh, Melissa's working on Christmas cards. I was doing that. You guys have seen that in my last couple, well, 2 lives ago, actually. Okay. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to talk about this week's class. Excuse me. Grab these card kits. So that means I need to get that ticker back up. Hide this. If you place a $40 order before shipping and tax, you will get these card kits to make 2 each of the cards here tonight for free. And you have to use that host code that you see in the ticker, and I'll also pop it up here. There we go. I'll keep that host code up all night so that we can write it down if you want to place that order. But if it's a $40 order before shipping and tax, you'll get these free. Now, something's different here in August. If you earned bonus days coupons, and you use those, you need to go with a total that's after you redeem those. So say you want to just do the $40 minimum and you have 1 coupon you want to redeem, a $5 coupon, that's what they're worth. Then you have to place a $45 order. So then when the coupon takes the $5 off, you'll still be at that $40 mark. I need it to be 40 net before shipping and tax. That way I can still earn the embellishments and things free so I can give them away to you guys. So if you want to do a $50 order, which means if you have 1 coupon, you have to do at least a $55 order. You will also get the embellishments I'm using. And there they are. And those are the flat adhesive-backed pearls are the official name. They're large ones, the small ones, mainly the small ones. I have to admit, those are the ones I use the most, but I am going to be using both on these cards. These actually came out with another, I think it was the spring mini last year. 2023, that is. And it had a ocean type theme to it. So I knew these would go really good with this bundle too. So that's what I used. So a $40 order before shipping and tax, and after you take your bonus days coupons off, you will get, using that host code you see on the screen, you will get these kits for free. And if you bump it up to a $50 order before shipping and tax and after the bonus day coupons, boy, it's going to be fun saying all month. You will also get these embellishments added on for free. So if you have any questions, you can click that card class link, home link, and get all the information there. And you can also comment here during the video if you've got any questions. Okay. Oh, Michelle says, pretty. I bet you're talking about those pearls. They are gorgeous. And they're iridescent looking. They're really neat. Okay, now let's go ahead. I'm going to take that ticker off just for now because we want to have more room to be able to see what I'm making. This is the Seaside Wishes Bundle. Now, it's different from most bundles. Usually a bundle has either a stamp set and a die set, or it has a stamp set and a punch. This one has the stamp set, a die set, and a embossing folder. This is called a hybrid embossing folder. Whenever you see something that says, like this is called the Seaside Wishes hybrid embossing folder, you'll say, oh, that's a lot of money for just an embossing folder. It's actually not just the embossing folder. It's the die set and the embossing folder together. So I've had some people question that. I don't know why I think they should put down Seaside Wishes hybrid embossing folder and dies. That way you know the dies come along with it. But if you get the bundle, get both of these together, it saves you 10% versus buying them separately. Buying the stamp set separately is $20. If you buy this whole bundle, it's $47.50. And I think this is like $33, $36 by itself, something like that. So you do save some money if you buy them together. And I will be showing you how this works, because the reason it's called a hybrid folder, I can use this die here inside this, and it'll emboss and die cut at the same time. And I'll be showing you how to do that here, actually with the first card. Oh, Anne says it's one of her favorite sets. And it is definitely very beachy. Oh, she likes anything beachy. Yes. And I almost didn't get this one, if you can believe it. This is another one of those ones I kept going back and forth. Do I really want it? I am so glad I got it. It's another one after you get to playing with things sometimes or see somebody else make something. You fall in love with it and you got to have it. Well, with this one, I saw a couple things. I thought, oh, I'm going to go ahead and get it. And when I started making the cards, I was really glad I got it. So I'm going to put these over to the side and I'll grab the first card. This one, I'm using the Country Woods DSP again, and DSP is designer series paper for those of you that don't know that. And I have actually used the Country Woods DSP. This is the third time I've used it in the class since May. Now, that really lets you know how much I love this paper, but it goes perfect with the beach theme. I thought it just looks really, really good. And this paper here, especially, I think that just screams beach to me. The colors and everything, the wood grain. Oh, Crystal says I do that to her all the time. She needs something, then she sees me make something. I'd love to hear that. That's a big compliment. Thank you so much. So there's but I thought this paper and then other designs look really, really good with the beach theme too. So Country Woods is definitely a good one for that beachy theme. Okay, and the sentiments are great too, Michelle. I totally agree. They're really good. The sentiments, the fonts that are used on the sentiments, it's just a really, really, really good set. And Pool Party and Petal Pink look so good together for beach themes too. And Basic Beige. Oops, I just lost my greeting. Oh, there it went. Hold on just a sec. There we go. I don't want to lose that. That's for my sentiment on the card. Okay, I think I'm going to do the little bit of stamping I need to do. Let me grab. Oh, I put this so to where I couldn't reach it. My Stampin' Pierce mat, because this is a photopolymer stamp set. So you do need to have that cushioning underneath it and the support for it to stamp correctly. I'm going to grab this piece here. This is basic white, and it is a 8.5 by 2.5 inch piece. This is enough to do both cards in the kit. So I'm going to take both of the starfish stamps and my crumb cake ink pad. I'm going to do the large one right here. And I love the texture on this too. See that open space there in the middle? That's actually the way it's supposed to look. It's almost like it makes little highlights for you. And then I've got two small ones. And that is all that needs to be stamped on this one. So there's plenty of room to do this again for your second card. And I need to keep the crumb cake out because now I'm going to use this piece that I had dropped on the floor. This is a 2.25 by 1 inch piece of basic white. I'm going to stamp the greeting that says, "Your friendship is the best gift." I'm going to stamp it here in the middle. And I always hold the stamp down for a few seconds so that ink soaks in. There we go. I have to stop there for a second. Oh, Mimi, yeah, I love the colors too. They are so pretty together. Had to move my tablet up so I could see your comments. Okay, now, oh yes, one more thing to stamp, or a couple more things to stamp. This is the base. This is one that goes on the base layer, goes on the card base. It is a 4 by 5.25 inch piece of petal pink. And there's a nice little splatter stamp. Let's see, do I need I still need the crumb cake, so I'll leave that open. And I'm going to use petal pink ink. And just here on the right, probably 2/3, a little more than half, I'm just going to stamp little splatters. I don't know if it's showing up. It's kind of light. It just gives a nice little texture on this instead of just having that plain cardstock. I thought about embossing, but I thought, nah, we're going to use that neat splatter stamp. Let me see if I can get that a little closer. I don't know if you can see that, but it does make a nice little background. And last but not least, need the inside piece. This is a 4 by 5.25 inch piece of basic white. I'm going to grab, let's get the crumb cake back in here. I'm going to do the big starfish here in the corner. And I'm going to do the small one right next to it and kind of have them overlap too. And then I'm going to take the splatter with the petal pink and just kind of put a few little splatters around it. And you can go over it some too. There we go. So that, boy, that petal pink's not showing up very well, but it's there and it looks pretty cool. I might need to re-ink my petal pink. I think it might be getting a little dry on me. Okay. Now it's time to do some die cutting. Get this closed. Put this in. Oops. Don't want to smash that piece of paper. This in so you can see it. I think first off, I'll die cut this. And for die cutting, in case you don't know, with our die cutting machine, you need the base platform number 1, the die plate number 2, and a standard cutting plate number 3. Oops, help if I turned it over so I could see them. Grab my dies. And you know what? I think I can get another piece in here too. So I'm going to move this up a little bit. Now, you can see how some of these are curved. One has more of a sharper curve. And I think that's the one that has the sharper curve. So let's see if that lines it up. And it sure does. So let me get the image inside the space there. Use my Post-it tape. Hold that down. Grab the little one. Now the little one's a little bit harder to see which way it goes. So I just kind of put it on here. Oh, did I get it the first try? Oh, not quite. So I'm going to keep turning it till I've got it right. This goes to each one. Oh, I think that might be it. There we go. There's times you think you've got it and it doesn't quite look right, so you know that's not right. But this one is lining up pretty good, I think. And I'm second guessing myself. Oh, no, there we go. There's one I wasn't quite getting to line up. So I'm going to have to play around with that small one a little more. And if I ever figure it out, I will let you know. That one takes a little bit longer. Go ahead and run this through. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I've got my pool party piece I still need. This one is a long one that is a 8.5 by 2 1/4 inch. And this will get you for both your cards. And I'm going to use both of these, the large and the small one. Put them here on the end, and then you got plenty for your second card if you get the card kits. Oops. Had some stamps stuck to my cutting mat. And then you put another standard cutting mat on top. I'm not worrying about taping those ones on the pool party down. Just as long as they stay on the cardstock, they're good. And I'm going to go through twice just to make sure I got those die cut really well. I'll bring that back in here in just a minute because we've still got a little more to do. I'll take these off. Oh, hi, Paula. Glad you're here. Oh, yeah. This is a great bundle, Lori. I agree. Let's see. Yeah, I really had fun making these. I was surprised. This was another bundle where the cards came pretty quick, too. Sometimes I struggle with the bundles I pick out, and this one I didn't really struggle with. Now, the last one I'm going to make is actually one similar to a birthday card I made my husband. I just changed the DSP and the sentiment. So that kind of helped already having one made, because I'm like, where's that card I gave you? Because I really liked it, and I thought that'll be good for the class too. Oh, I still have to die cut that. What am I thinking? Let's bring that back in. And I'm going to hurry up and put these die cuts in my dish before I lose them, because I know I will do that, especially that little starfish. Okay. Grab this. I'm going to see if I can figure this out. This one's kind of angled a little bit and short, and this one looks a little shorter than the others. Oh, that's it. There are two that are kind of short, and these kind of look shorter, so that's why that lined up a lot better. We'll see if I can remember that with the last card, because I'll need to do that again. Grab my standard cutting plate. Oh my goodness, where did I put it? It's a little early, Christy, to be losing things. Okay. I'm not kidding. I had it right here. Where did I? Okay, this is not a good start. I'm going to have to run over and get my other one just because I can't see. I know it's right in front of me. It's not there. You guys are probably seeing it. There are my dies. Okay, I can tell I'm not going to find it. Hold on just a second. I know I will see it as soon as I've got my other one out here. That's funny. Okay, usually I find it. Oh, you know what? That is too thick. I bet you it's under here. No, it isn't. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. I'm going to this other one here in case I do that again. I started to put it through. I'm like, this is not going through. There we go. When I put it over to the side, I didn't realize I still had it underneath there. Okay. So I wasn't quite losing my mind. I thought sure it's probably laying right in front of me. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to show you how to use that hybrid embossing folder. It is so cool. And I forgot one thing. I usually do the embossing for you, so I usually don't need this, but you do need the specialty plate. And the sandwich you need, you take off the die plate and the standard cutting plate. You don't use any of those clear standard cutting plates. I'm going to grab the folder and this big die right here. And the way you do this, the side that has the Stampin' Up logo, that's the side that you're going to put your, the die. So with the blade facing up, you can tell this is the bigger sand dollar, and that's the bigger sand dollar in this folder. So you put this in here, and it actually locks into place. I'm moving it, and it's in there really good, so I know I've got it in the right spot. So I'm going to grab this basic beige piece. I'm going to cover up those. It doesn't have to be lined up perfectly, just as long as I don't see the die anymore. And then I'm going to cover this up. And this also, after I close it up, I can tell I've actually got it right in the middle, right where I want it to be. So put this in. It doesn't matter whether the logo is showing, or it can be this way too, but you do still want to make sure that that fold is going in first. Then you put the specialty plate on top, run it through, and voila, we are going to have, this comes out. So I've got this negative, and if you get the card kits, keep this negative. We're going to need this for a card. So I'm going to put that over here so I don't lose it. And for this card, I want the 2 sand dollars, but isn't that cool? So die cut it and embossed it for me. So I've got these 2. Now this large one, I'm going to use on the second card. So this one I'm going to put over the side. So I'm not going to waste any of that. I'm going to use all of it. But that is how you use that embossing folder. And I'll be using it again on the last card. So you'll get to see it happen one more time. Put this over to this side here. I'm trying to make it stay organized so I don't lose things. And this time, there, I'm making sure that cutting plate's on top so I don't cover it up again. Now I'm going to bring these in. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool where I have my die brush. Before I take it out, I'm kind of flipping, and you can see all these little blue pieces coming out. It's easier to do while it's still on the die. And then the ones that are actually circles are the ones that you put the paper piercer through to get it to push it out. And I've still got a couple I missed, but using that brush that way, most of them came out. So I only had to poke out a couple. So there's that one. I love these. I think these are neat dies. Do this one again. Now you could use the foam pad, but if I hold on to this so the die doesn't come popping out, I think it actually works a little better if you hold it up and not on the surface. I think they come out a lot easier. And kind of flick them off. And then where I see the circles, that's going to help me push that out. Oh, and I got all of them out that time. There's that one. And you know what? I was getting ready to brush all these off in my hand, but I've still got my little vacuum cleaner over here. Oh, there it is. get that. Get my trusty ladybug out. There we go. Love that little thing. Okay, now I do believe, yep, it's time to put this together. So here is the pool party card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5. Let's see, Laura, you said I put an X on the cutting plates with tape so I can find them. Good idea. That's a very good idea. That X would make it, because this one, especially my top one, is so clear because I don't do any die cutting on it. It is very easy to lose. That's a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and get those corners lined up. My bone folder here. Oh, hi, Ellen. I just saw you. I'm sure you said hi earlier. I didn't see it at first. From Chantilly, Virginia. Glad you're here. And we're on the first card, so you're not that late. You're good. So I've got that ready to go. I'm going to bring in that petal pink piece that I did some of the splatter stamping on and grab the DSP. And now, oops. Ooh, this is getting low. I meant to grab a refill. Hopefully I don't have to go do that. Hopefully there's enough on here. And I'm going to leave a little bit of the petal pink shown over here. So I decided I didn't want any splatter on that. If you want to just cover your whole thing with splatter, that is fine. It's whatever you want to do. And it looks like I made it a little bit too long. So put those scissors right up against that cardstock so I can cut it nice and straight. There we go. I love that I have. Romania says, I love that I have one and use it all the time to pick up. Yes, that little vacuum. I love to pick up little pieces with that thing. Sometimes, there for a while, I was forgetting I had it. And now that I'm remembering that I have it, I use it all the time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card base. But it's a great little vacuum. And make sure you fold this on the left. Put that on there. And I'm going to take these. I didn't want these to just stay. Oh, and I can't remember if I told you the card stock. This is basic beige. I think this basic beige is a really good color for these sand dollars. I'm going to take petal pink and a blending brush. And I'm going to put some ink here. Oh, is that the side I want? I think I've got it upside down. No, that is. I'm going to go over, especially the neat little, almost looks like a starfish type thing in the middle of the sand dollar. Almost looks like a flower too. Not sure what they call that for a sand dollar, but I'm putting some petal pink there in the middle. Just kind of spruce it up a little bit. It can be light or dark, whatever you want. And it also kind of brings out the embossing a little better. Okay. So it's a little lighter here on the edges and darker there in the middle. So that is all set. And these are going to go on. I'm just going to put adhesive here in the centers. So I don't think, yeah, because I do put a little bit of, especially this little one here. I'm going to be tucking something underneath it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay these down, but I'm not going to push them down. That way I can move them if I need to, or lift them up if I'm going to put something underneath them. I'm going to grab these two pieces and my silicone mat. I'm going to turn them over. That way I can put a little bit of glue on here. Use my multi-purpose glue. And I'm going to focus on getting them here on in the middle because that's where some of the bigger strips are. I'm going to kind of put a couple here on the ends too, just so it doesn't fold up on me too much. Sometimes I like to have it kind of fold up, but I don't want, this is kind of detailed or delicate. That's the word I'm trying to think of. And I don't want it to be popping up too much. I think I'll go ahead and get this one ready. This little one actually has big, wider strips here in the middle. It's a little easier to put some glue on. So I'm just kind of tapping my glue, so not much is coming out, and I'm barely squeezing it. Okay, and if I've got a little too much glue, I can just take a little bit off, put it on my silicone mat. I'm going to put this one right here. I'm just laying it down for a second. And this one's going to go right here. I can lift this up since I didn't push it down too much. And that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and push everything down. Like so. Okay. And with the glue, you always want to put pressure on it so the glue will soak in. Just holding it down sometimes doesn't do it. Make sure you put a little pressure. Okay, now we've got our starfish. So let me bring those in. I'm going to turn them over. And I wanted them popped up with dimensionals. So I'm actually going to grab my mini dimensionals. The little ones, you just need one right in the center. And make sure you get it right in the center because it just fits. And then with this one, I could probably use a bigger one. Since I've got these out, I'm going to put one here in the middle. And since it's bigger, there are a couple of the, I don't know what you call these, a couple of strips that are long, or a little wider. So that's where I'm going to put, I think it's this one here, some more. And that should hold it down pretty good. You know what? I think I'm going to put one right here too, just so it doesn't wobble back and forth. I'm going to make sure, well, this one I can see a little bit. There, that's better because that's just the paper. If you see it too much, what I kind of am, I'm going to grab my paper snips and kind of cut that a little bit so I don't see it anymore. Perfect. Okay, this big one, I'm going to put, now let me get those paper backings off first. It's going to go right here. You know what? I want to put my greeting down first. Let's do that. I'm going to put some seal on here because I'm not going to pop this up with dimensionals. I forgot. I have the that big starfish kind of go over the greeting just a little bit. And I need that in place so I know where to put it. That looks pretty good. Now I can put this down. I'm going to angle it so I'm not going to cover up any of those words. There we go. Then I'll get the paper backings off of here. I think I got that one off. There we go. Oh, hi, Karen. Just saw you. You're fine. This is the first card, so you haven't missed too much. And then we're going to put this one right here. And I'm going to put this one down here. Okay, this one is almost done. Oh, let's put the inside in since it's all ready. The last thing I need to do once this is in is put those flat pearls on. Oh, hi, Robin. Just looked up and saw your name. Oh, thanks, Veronica. I'm glad you're liking this card. Okay, so there we go. Oh, Crystal, you said that Walmart has those little vacuums for $5 back to school supplies. Okay. Here, you know what? I'm going to share that so everybody can see that. Good. Because I got mine on Amazon and it was more than $5. It wasn't a ton, but it was definitely more than $5. That is a good deal. So if you've got a Walmart close by, guys, make sure you go. Okay, that was one I want to make sure everybody saw. That's a good deal. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, so I almost missed it. I looked up and saw it. Oh, and Lynn said, yeah, basic beige was definitely a color we were missing. I am so glad they added that this year. Very, very, very happy. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my flat pearls. I almost used this one up, but I made sure I had enough for the class because I didn't want to open up another one yet. I'm going to take a large one and put it here in the center of the bigger sand dollar. And I'm going to take a small one, and I kind of liked it in the middle of this blue one right here. And then I'm going to put one over here because I covered up a lot of this one. You can definitely put one on that sand dollar if you want to, but that's what I put right here. Oh, thanks, Diane. I'm glad you liked the card. Let's see, Melissa, you left a ladybag vacuum. You got yours several years ago on Amazon. Same here. That's when I got mine. It was a few years ago. Really, really like it. Okay, so that is the first card. I really like the light colors for this one. And I pulled all the colors out of that Country Woods DSP. That's where they all came out of. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, Lorraine and Melissa. This would be, oh, yeah, the vacuums would be a good gift for crafting, for crafter friends. Very, very good. Start your Christmas shopping now. Be great stocking stuffers. Or little, like if you have a little party with your crafting friends, if everybody's just doing little gifts, that would be a perfect little gift for everybody. They'd love them. Yeah, Lynn, you need to make a Walmart run. You're right. I might have to go check them out so I can get another one. Just have a backup in case that one goes out on me. Well, actually, that one can stay here with my video table and I can put the other one at my desk. That would be great. Let's see. Jan says it feels like Basic Beige has a green undertone. Yes, it does have a green undertone to it. You're right. It's a really neat color. I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side. Start on card number 2. This one, as you can tell, are darker colors. I'm putting Petal Pink and Early Espresso together. I haven't done that for a long time. Browns and pinks always look good together, I think. So I'm going to go ahead, while I've got the card base out, might as well fold it in half. Looks like I got a little something on there. So I'm going to have that be my front because I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to line those corners up again. So this is that regular 5.5 by 8.5 piece of the Early Espresso. This is another piece of wood that I think looks really neat for the beach theme. It's got Petal Pink, and I'd say that's probably maybe Crumb Cake, Basic Beige, one of those. Maybe more Basic Beige. You could use this too. Actually, that is Basic Beige. Because when you put it up against this, you can tell those colors look real similar. You can definitely do this side, but I thought it was just a little too dark. But you do whichever you want if you get the kit, but I like this better. This is a 5.25 by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on that Basic Beige piece. This Basic Beige piece is 5.25 by 4. This will just go right here along the bottom. Oh, it looks like I cut this one too long too. My goodness, this one's really too long. Oh, Christy, you're right. That vacuum would be great for your go bag. Definitely. Oh, hi, Beth. Just saw your hashtag door prize. Glad you're here. Oh, Ruth, you're fine. This is a second card, so you'll just have to go back and watch the first card. Oh, thanks for sharing, Marvin, liking. I appreciate that a lot. That always helps a lot when people like and share my videos. That's something that YouTube and Facebook like to see because they'll share it more often. Okay, boy, I definitely cut that too long. Hope I did yeah, I did. Want to double check and make sure the Basic Beige wasn't too short, but it isn't. I just cut that paper too long, but that's okay. I'd rather it was too long than too short. Now, this ribbon is part of a combo pack. It's called Petal Pink and White Diagonal Trim Combo Pack. It's actually part of the Country Woods Suite, which is what this paper came out of. This one is a 14-inch piece that'll be in the kit, but it's enough for both cards. So what you do, if you get the kits, fold it in half. Oops. Without it being twisted. There we go. Let me grab my good scissors here. Well, I shouldn't say good. The paper snips are good. They're better with paper. This one's better with material. There we go. They're the ones I never use paper on. Yeah, you never use with paper. Okay, so now I've got 2 7-inch pieces. So this one will go with my second card. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this across the top of the DSP. I'm going to grab my tear and tape. There we go. I always have trouble finding the end, it seems like. Make sure the length is longer than the width of the ribbon. I'm going to wrap this right around the top. Make sure both tails here hanging over. They don't have to be the exact same length, but long enough to be wrapped around and not be too short. If this was too short over here, it could pop off later. So always make sure I make it, if it's a 5.25 inch length, I always make sure I use a 7-inch piece of ribbon because that seems to work the best for me. Okay, so that is on there. And I think, yep, I can go ahead and put this one on the card base. So I'm going to put some adhesive on other places because I don't need to do it where the tear and tape is because I'll just take that paper backing off. And I always use my Take Your Pick tool. There we go. want to get the one with the brush out of the way because I'm going to have to use the putty side on this one. Don't want too much stuff on this table because I will definitely start losing things again. Okay. Make sure your fold is on top. This will just go right here in the center. Okay. I have a few things I need to stamp, so I'm going to bring in the Stampin' Pierce mat again. Oops. That over here. Let's see, is this the, okay, this is the inside of the card, so I might as well do the stamping on the inside since I got it out. This 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece of basic white. I'm going to grab, there are only 2 sand dollar stamps in the set, so I'm going to grab the smaller one. And I'm going to use Pretty in Pink. And I'm just going to stamp partial ones down here. Maybe have that one go up a little higher. This one go lower. Just have them be at different heights. Stamping about 4 gets it all the way across. And then I'm going to use Crumb Cake and the little starfish stamp again. I'm going to put one here. There. I think I might put one down here in the corner. That looks good enough. Maybe one just for good measure down here. There. So there's the inside of my card. I need to clean the big one. Sorry, I'm not using the little one on the outside, but I am using it on the large one on the outside. So I'm going to clean this off. So I'm using Petal Pink instead of the Crumb Cake. I'll put this to the side. Then I'm going to get this piece. This piece is a 4 1/4 by 3-inch piece. And I'm going to, there are some like river rock, I guess is what you'd call it. They're just rocks for that I'm going to use. And I also, that's right, I want to clean off this again too. The splatter I'm going to use with Crumb Cake this time. Get this out again. I'm going to make like a little ocean floor here. I'm going to take the larger rock one, put it here on the bottom. And then I'm going to take the medium-sized one, leave some space, put it about right there. And then the smaller one, I'm going to put here at the end. But don't need anything here because this is going to be covered up. And now I'm going to take the little specks and kind of put them so it looks like little sand is around them too. There we go. So I've got my little thing there. Now I'm going to grab Early Espresso and my sentiment that says, sometimes the simplest things mean the most. And I'm going to put this in the top right corner. Like so. So that's everything I'm going to stamp on this piece. I'm going to go ahead and attach it to a piece of Petal Pink. This is a 4 1/2 by 3 1/4 inch. Grab my seal. Yeah, put it here right in the center. And I'll put that to the side till we're ready for it. And I think that, yep, that is all the stamping you need to do. So get this out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and attach this piece to the inside. One less thing to keep track of. Bring this in. I think that's a neat border for the inside. That's cool. Okay. Now I'm going to see, what do I want to do now? Oh yeah, definitely bring in the die cutting machine. So let's get the stamps out of the way. There we go. I'm going to grab, oh, I knew there was something I forgot to stamp. My goodness. Bring this back in. I said I was going to stamp that starfish and I forgot. So I'm going to grab the big starfish and my Petal Pink ink pad. Oh, I agree, Lori. She said that the rocks remind her of sea glass. It does. Okay, that is the last thing I need to stamp. Now this is a piece of basic white that is 5 by 2.5, so you can tell I gave you enough to do two for both cards. You only need one per card. Now I'm ready here. Oops, I do need that. I'm going to bring in, if I get a hold of it, my big starfish die. Once again, I'm going to look. This one is the one that has the sharper curve. And that's the one with the sharper curve there. There we go. Get that lined up. Get my tape on here. And then I have this piece. This is a piece of early espresso. It's a 4 1/4 by 3-inch piece. Enough for both cards. And the only dies we haven't used so far are these. These make nice little blades of seagrass. So I can put these on here, on this end, and then there's plenty of room down here to do another set of 3. Put that in here. Have this run through. Oh, you know what? Lynn says she's used to seeing the swirly embossing folder with this. I got that. I just got it. I totally forgot about it. That would be a good one to use with this bundle for sure. Okay. Now, I thought about embossing this piece here, but it's going to be covered up so much I didn't bother. But yeah, that swirly folder would definitely be a good one to go along with this. Okay. Now, ready to start putting some things together here. You can tell these just fall out, and if they don't, you've got this nice little long strip. Just put your fingernail through there, and the grass comes out. Now I can start putting this together. I wanted to pop this up with dimensionals. Do I want to do that now? Yes, I do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. I'm going to use the full-size ones here. Put one in each corner. Oops. Get the paper backing off. Oh, there we go. Let's use this one since I took the backing off by accident. And then I'm going to put one there in the middle. That should be good. Get my take your pick tool. That one's the one I took off already. Oop, that one didn't come off. There we go. Bring in the card base. This will just go right here in the center. There we go. Now, remember I said when I did the embossing folder, the hybrid, there was a third. This is the larger sand dollar that I made with that. I'm using it on this one. I could definitely still just go without putting any ink on it, but I really liked having that petal pink that I used on the first card. So I'm going to do that on this one. This one, I think I'm going to make it a little bit lighter though. So I'm using a lighter touch. I went a little darker on the other one. This is just going to be a faint pink hue to it. That just kind of brought a little color on it. And this one, I'm going to put, once again, just put adhesive on the center part because I'm going to put some grass behind it. And I want to cover up this empty spot here, but I still want to show some of these rocks right here. Okay, I'm just going to lay it down. I'm not going to push it down, push it a little bit so it doesn't move on me, but I'm not going to put it down all the way. I'm going to hold on doing that one yet. I think I'm going to do the grass first. And I think it's a little easier to use the glue with this one, making sure I've got them turned upside down. The back side is the one that's roughed up a little bit. It doesn't look as smooth. The smooth side's the front. Okay, here's my glue. And I'm mainly going to put it here near the bottom of these. You can pick which end you want to be the top. They're real close to being the same. They're a little different, but not too much. Okay, I'm going to take, I can put a little bit more on this big one. I'm going to take this one and put it You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Put this under here. I'm going to kind of angle it like so, but I want it to be underneath my sand dollar, and I don't want it to go above the fold. Then I'm going to grab this one. I kind of like them crisscrossing a little bit. You almost can't tell that they are. Let me raise that up a little bit so I can kind of make it show better. And then this little one I'm going to put in the middle, like so. You can do it whatever way you want. That's just what I decided to do for this card. And then with this one, I'm just going to go ahead and put glue. When they're narrow strips like these are, I'll tend to use my glue instead of the seal because it's a little wider than this. And I don't want any of that seal to be kind of sticking on the edges and get my starfish all sticky. And I'm just going to put this one about right here. I don't want to cover up. There we go. Angle a little more so I can still see my greeting. Hold that down. Let's see, you used crumb cake with your sand dollars, Ellen. That would also work too. Crumb cake would definitely look good. Basic beige and crumb cake. Okay, now I'm going to push the sand dollar down a little better because I definitely want it to stay there. Okay, this card is almost done. I didn't put as much on this one. I'm going to grab the pearls. And this time I decided to use a small one on the center of my sand dollar. And I wanted a bigger one to make it look like we had a pearl down on the sand floor, like it came out of an oyster. And then I'll put one right here. Okay, that is card number 2. Hope you enjoyed that one. And there's the inside. Oh, do you have a phone call, Romaine? Yeah, that's what I love about lives. I think I probably say this every week. I love that you can watch the replay as soon as it's over. You don't have to wait long, maybe a minute or two, and it's there, and you can watch it anytime you want. Okay, it is time for the last card already. These go together really quick, especially since there's no coloring. I love to color, but that does make cards take a little bit longer. Oh, thanks, Melissa. I'm glad you like that card. Okay. Now this one's got more blues to it, as you can see. This is a Misty Moonlight, 5.5 by 8.5. Oh, thanks, Crystal. I'm glad you like that last card. Get this all ready. Line up the corners. This one, the fold needs to be on the left again. This, I usually do the embossing for you. So yes, the folder, let me grab it. Even though you can use it to die cut and emboss at the same time, you can also just emboss, which is what I did here. So I've always done the embossing for you. So even though it's part of the bundle, I went ahead and embossed that. So in the kit, it'll be embossed for you. Okay. Oh, Anne, thanks. I'm glad you like that card. Thanks, Christy. Oh, you got to get away from the grandkids. Are they watching with you? Thanks, Paula. Okay. So what I'm going to do, this is another really neat piece in that Country Woods I think is really good for beach projects. This is a 1.5 by 5.25. This side could work too, but I just thought that was too much crumb cake on there. I went back and forth, so I decided to do this one. You can use whichever side you want, of course, if you get the kits. Get that adhesive going. There we go. This will just go on the right side of this crumb cake piece. And the crumb cake piece is 4 by 5.25, by the way. I don't think I said that. So let's put this right up against the edge. Boy, all of these, I cut the DSP too long. Usually I'll do it on one, but I did it on every single one tonight. Flip that off. And I can go ahead and put this on the card base because I'm not putting any ribbon around it. Oh, and when you put the DSP on, make sure that the larger sand dollar is up at the top. I just thought that looked better the way I'm going to be putting this on. This will still be showing up once I put the die cuts on. And this can go right here. And I'm going to grab this piece. This is a piece of basic beige. It is 3.5 by 3/4 inch. I'm going to stamp a greeting on it, and it says, "You absolutely made my day." So use my Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to stamp it in the center. There we go. And I'm going to do the easy stamping stuff. None of it's hard, but there's one's a little more involved, and I'll show you that here in a minute. This piece is Basic Beige again. I'm using Basic Beige instead of any white on this one. And this one is a 2.5 by 1/4, 1 1/4. I'm going to grab the small starfish. And you only need one for this card. And I used crumb cake ink. Put that to the side. This pool party. Okay, that's just for die cutting. I'll show you that here in just a minute. Oh, I'm going to stamp the inside. Let's do the inside quick. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. This is basic white. I forgot I did use basic white on the inside. Take that back. I meant to cut that with basic beige. You know what? I will do it in white, but I will probably give you basic beige for the inside, and I'll show you that here in just a minute with my original. So I'm going to take the big sand dollar, take Misty Moonlight, and I liked it being a little lighter. So after I ink it up, I'm going to stamp it and then stamp it down here. Just a lighter version. Then I'm going to take the medium size or the smaller sand dollar. Like I said, there are only 2 sand dollar stamps. Wish I remembered I'd used basic beige on the inside, but you'll get the idea. And I'm going to take my crumb cake, and I'm going to do lighter versions of this too. Put one there, and one down here. And then I need to clean off this again. Not again, but I've only been using this with crumb cake. Now I'm going to use Pool Party. And I will put one. So I'm kind of decorating this. Like I said, this was my husband's birthday card. So I did a little more with it, and I thought I'd do it the same with you guys, except of course I've changed the greetings. It's not a birthday card anymore. So there's the inside. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the inside of the card. I'm taking that paper away because the ink was still a little wet, and I didn't want to get too much blue on there. You can tell it kind of speckled on the back there. I put this on the inside. But help me remember at the end, because sometimes I forget. I want to show you the original so you can see what it looks like stamped on the basic beige, because that's what I will give you in the kit. So there it is there. Unless you request the white. If you'd rather have the white, just let me know if you place an order. Okay, now we do have a little more stamping to do. This is a 5 by 3 inch piece of basic beige for the sand dollars. What I'm going to do, I'm going to, let's see. Yes, the 2 stamps, this one, and where did I just cover this one? This one up. This lines up with the small, and this one lines up with the large one. So the medium one does not have a stamp that goes along with it. So what I'm going to do, this does a little, here, you know what? I'm going to take some of my Post-it tape to keep this in place so it doesn't move on me. Another one. Actually, let's do it over here, because I don't want to put any tape here because I'm going to be stamping inside there. This is helping me have a guide for when I go to, because I'm going to be die cutting and embossing these in that folder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my, first off, before I put ink on here again, you can see this flat area. It's flatter than the rest of it. I want to find the flat area here, and that is right here. Before I put more ink on it, I'm going to see if that lines up, and it does. Okay, so now I'm going to ink this up. Bring in this again. I'm going to put this over at this. Well, no, I do want to put that underneath. Never mind. Let's do this. There we go. Get my Misty Moonlight. I tried it without stamping off, and it was just way too dark. So that's why I'm going with the lighter. Oh, thanks, Becky. I'm glad you liked the card. Put that there. Once again, there is that long flat area, and that's right there. I'm just going to take this, stamp it inside. If you have trouble seeing it, since this is the same color, actually did pretty good, you could take like a pencil and go around the edges to darken it up a little bit. But if I can do that in the video, I think you'll be able to see what you're doing. Now I'm going to grab the other one. I had it here just a second ago. There we go. I put my seal on top of it. Now I'm going to grab my crumb cake. And this is the smaller one. Oh, this one I want to, there's a flat area here and like an indentation. See, here's the flat one. And it's got a little rounded area that kind of juts out just a little bit. I'm going to stamp because I want to stamp off with this. Well, let's ink that up again. Stamp off. There's my flat area and there's the flat area. And that does line up. Put that on the inside. There we go. It's so nice having the, oh, this moved on me. Shoot. I had it done just right. You know what? We are going to do that again because that is off enough. So make sure your paper doesn't move. I had stamped that perfectly in there, but the paper moved, so it's not going to line up in my, with the embossing folder. So let's do this again. Stamp off. Might want to use a bigger piece of scrap paper. I think that's what my problem was. That made the paper move earlier. So it doesn't hurt for me to do it again. That way you can do some reviewing. There's this flat area. And there's the flat area. There we go. Crumb cake. And that did not move, but I'm still going to look at it again before I stamp. Ink this up. Oops. Boy, when it crashes on that glass mat, it makes a lot of noise. Okay, let me look at this again. That looks like it's lined up good. So there's my flat area. And it's going to go right. Oops, no, it isn't. There's the flat area. There we go. I knew that didn't look right. That's why you want to line it up before you push down. That way, if you have to move it, you can. There, much better. May not be perfect, but it's a lot closer than the last time. Okay, oops, wrong end. I better clean my thumb off there. I definitely got some ink on it that time. Okay, I do believe that's all the stamping for right now. Put this to the side. Bring this in. Okay, I think I'm going to die cut all of the small things first. So I need that with a little starfish. I think I still have that die over here. Well, little die I would be paranoid to lose, and now I can't find it. I was afraid of that. I didn't think I saw it over here. I had put it on my magnet sheet, but then it fell off again. Sometimes it likes to fall in here. Nope, it's not in there. If I don't find it, I just won't put it on and I'll show you my original. I know the die will turn up because you've seen me die cut this, so pretend like that's been die cut. You just line it up like I did with that other card, the first card. I know it's laying here. I just can't see it right now. Okay, unless I put it in this dish. I've got a few dishes over here. Okay, that's all right. Now I've got my pool party. This one is a long piece, enough for both your cards. This is an 8.5 by 2 3/4. I'm going to take of these two dies here. I'm going to take the larger one, put that one there, and then I'm going to take all three of the grass ones. This way, all the dies are in that dish except that one, that starfish. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to put this one across here. Small one will fit there, and this one will fit there. And you can tell there's a lot more cardstock to be able to do this again. Okay, grab my standard cutting plate, run them through. I'm going to run it through back, go forward and back again, just to make sure I get that one delicate one die cut really well. Get all these grass. Well, actually, I'll just pop those over here. So I've got some more die cutting to do. Now I'm going to bring in the embossing folder. Let's got this and the embossing folder. Once again, I want to use the side that has the logo. And with the blades facing up, you just get them right around those sand dollars. And when you feel them click into place, you know you've got it right. Now this time, I know it's going to be these two. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the cardstock on there, turn it over. You know what? I'm going to get this out of the way so I can come down a little bit so you can see it better. There we go. And then I just line these two up. I am mainly looking, here, let me bring this out. These little notches, that is the easiest way to line those up. So look at your embossing folder and see that those notches you see in the embossing folder are lined up with the notches in the stamp, or at least close. Like I said, I may not have this totally stamped. Actually, I think I did pretty good. Okay, while I'm holding, I'm going to close this, make sure it doesn't move. I'm going to keep it squeezed. I'm going to get rid of these two. I'm going to grab my specialty plate, put this down, put the specialty plate on top, run it through. Oh, Jan, you're right. I will definitely find that die as soon as we're done. Definitely. Oh, you know what? There it is. As soon as I got done die cutting, I definitely found it. So I can bring that back in and get that die cut. But using this as a guide, that made it a lot easier. You could also use two separate pieces and just run it through twice. Because you don't want, like if I use two squares on here, just one, and they overlapped, it might mess it up. I might get indentations on here from an overlap square, wouldn't look right. So I would do one at a time. So if you don't want to do it that way, just take two squares that are, one that's big enough to do this sand dollar, run it through, and then do another square and run this one through. But if you want to do them at the same time, that's one trick you could try. I wanted to show you the trick, but you can definitely do it with two separate pieces. Okay, now that I found my little starfish, put that back in the dish before I lose it again. I don't know why it was all the way over there. It must have flown. Okay, get this set up for die cutting again. Oh, there's the die plate. Okay, grab my little piece that had the starfish on it. Now there is the short one. I think that's the short one there. Let's see if that's going to work again. It is. So find the one that looks the shortest and line them up. That worked perfect. That's worked twice now, so that must be the way to line it up. There are two that are really hard to tell. They're really close to the same length. But they're, like I said, they're just two that are shorter than the others. So you got a 50-50 chance. Okay. That is done. And now that die is going in the dish this time. It's not going to get thrown across the table. I still don't know how I did that. But I'm talented that way. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the card base. We can start putting this together. Oh yeah, I still need to get this prepared, don't I? So grab my die brush again. Get all those little pieces out. I was going to die cut these ahead of time. But I think it's good for you guys to see how quick and easy it is to get it ready. And you'll get to see my ladybug again. Need to poke a couple times, I think. There we go. Most of them. Some of them are just kind of hanging on. So I'm just kind of flick them on from the back. There we go. So that one's ready to go. Get my little ladybug out. Put that little starfish away because I didn't want it to grab the starfish by accident. Okay. Now, I'm just going to lay these down for right now. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive here. Now, the reason that's on the back is because I messed up that first side. But that's definitely the better side. kind of play around with it until it looks good to you. I think I like it that way. I'm going to put it about right here. I'm going to bring it down and make sure I don't go over the edge of the card base. But like I said, I'm just going to lay it down a little bit because I want to, in case I want to move it, I can. Grab this one here. Do the same thing. This one I can put a little farther than the center because I'm not going to put too much underneath it. Actually nothing underneath it. And it really doesn't matter if you put this on top or on the bottom because we're going to put the greeting across here. You know, I think I forgot to stamp. I forgot to stamp off. So that lets you know how it looks if it's dark. So it still looks good that way. But you'll see when I bring out the original how it looks a little lighter. Okay, now I'm going to bring in those pieces of pool party grass. There's one. There's the other. Oh, I've just remembered I did one more thing on here on these pieces of grass. Almost forgot. I thought they looked kind of plain. You can definitely leave them this way. I tried something and I kind of liked it. So I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to take that splatter. I need to clean it again. Yeah, that curved for the starfish definitely works. There's not much of a curve on the small one, though. The big one, there is a curve. The small one, I didn't see a curve. They're all pretty straight. Well, I guess there is one that's curved just a little bit. I will try that. There is one that's curved just a little bit. I totally missed that. But yeah, the large one definitely has that really sharp curve, so that one's a lot easier, I think, to line up. But thanks for mentioning that, Ellen. I'll try that too. Okay, so I'm going to take my Pool Party ink and do the splatter. You really don't have to cover it up completely. And you can leave spaces. It just kind of gives a little more texture, I think, to the grass. Oops, get back here. There. Now the grass is ready. Bring this in again. And I'm going to take the small one. And of the two larger ones, I want the one that angles the same way as that one. Okay. I'm going to turn these over. That one landed in the ink pad. That's why it's got that dark Pool Party on it. Now you can use your seal. Once again, just because these are a little bit narrower than the seal, I'm going to use some glue. I'm not going all the way to the top because that way I've got something to hold on to when I go to put this on. So I'm going to put this one right under here. I'm going to lift that up a little bit more. There we go. It's a faint, that's another reason I put it on there because of all the Pool Party that's on this one. I wanted to have a little bit of texture on that. And I should have waited, not put glue on that yet because it dried already. There we go. And this one's going to go right next to it like so. And then this one, I'm going to put over here. So kind of lift these up a little bit and have that one go this way. Okay. Now I decided, since I've got a few dark colors in here, I wanted to use a blending brush and put some Pool Party on here. So here's my Pool Party brush and my ink pad. And I'm just going to kind of darken this up a little bit. I liked it lighter on my first card because I was going with a bunch of light colors. Since this has some dark blues in it, I wanted to kind of darken that up. It still leaves some lighter edges, and it gives a really neat effect. Hurry up and get the ink off of here. Got some adhesive on there I need to wipe off too. There we go. Air dry that real quick. And then I'm going to put this on with glue also. Definitely make sure you get it in those wider areas. There are a few places that have the little wider areas, just like I was saying with the first card. Maybe a few here on the ends. And that's the nice thing with the silicone mat. If I go off the edges, the glue is just going to go right on the silicone mat and I don't have to worry about it. And bring this in. And it's going to go right here. Hold that down. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to grab my little starfish that almost didn't happen. Grab a mini dimensional because I kind of liked him popped up again like I did on the first card. And I'm going to put him up here. Then I'm going to take the greeting. And I'm going to put a dimensional on each end. And then another one right here in the middle. I always push these down after I put them on because sometimes when I take the paper backings off, if I didn't push them down, the whole thing pops up. Don't want that. And this is just going to go right across here. About right here. I'm going to lay it down first. I'm going to bring it down a little farther because I want to show that a little bit. I know that's not much, but I want to see that center there because I'm going to put a pearl on that. Okay, so now that all that's left are the pearls. So grab these. This time I'm just going to use the small ones. You can definitely change it up, but I'm going to put a small one on the center, this one. Oops, that one didn't want to come with me. This one's going to go on the center of this crumb cake one. And then I wanted to put one here on the greeting. Well, I've got glue on my fingers, so it's not wanting to stay down. There we go. So there is the last card. Oops, went up too high. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Let me get all the cards here. And then I'll sit down so I can see your comments better. Yeah, that's definitely a good masculine card. That was the only thing like I said, I changed. I did change the paper because what I did use when I did my husband's birthday card, I used this paper because this is my favorite one with all the different colors. And what I did was actually going up and down, and it only showed the Misty Moonlight and this crumb cake strip. And it looked really nice. But then since I was already using it on this one, I knew I wouldn't have enough paper for the card kits. So I decided to use this one. So that's the change. And plus, this doesn't say happy birthday. It'd help if I hadn't put that on crooked. It looks a little crooked to me. Oh, I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me get them in order here. So that is my Seaside Wishes. There was not any ribbon on this one. I didn't put any on this one. I did put ribbon on this one. And this was the one that was the petal pink and white diagonal trim combo pack. That was the one that came with the suite that Country Woods is in. That was the only one I put ribbon on. The other two I didn't. Oh, good, Anne. I'm glad you like them. Thanks, Diane. Okay. Yeah, I love the folder. The embossing folder is wonderful, Marilyn. I agree with you. I love that you can do both. You can do die cutting and embossing, and you can just do embossing. And this one, you can just die cut with it. Just these two will die cut these. So you don't have to emboss when you stamp with these two. Well, we saw that on the inside of this card. You can just stamp them. And if you wanted to die cut them, you can just die cut them out with this one. So a lot of different options, and opening that up made me think this is my original. So that's what it looks like with the basic beige on the inside. This still looks good, but I think I like it better with the basic beige. So in the card kits, you'll get a basic beige inside. I don't know why. I've even got it written down right. I just didn't cut it right when I did it. No, actually, I don't have it. No, wait a minute. Looking at the wrong one. Yes, I do have it written down. I just didn't pay attention. I'm so used to getting white ones for the inside. So that's what it looks like with the basic beige. Okay, so yeah, I do too, Melissa. The basic beige looks a lot better. So that is definitely what I will put in your card kits if you place that order. And speaking of order, before I start talking about the class again, for those of you that came in late, let's go ahead and start doing the hashtag door prize again. If you're watching the live, now if you did it already in the video, you're set, so you don't have to do hashtag door prize again. But for those of you that just came on or came in after we did door prize, if you live in the United States and want to be part of the door prize, type in hashtag door prize. Let me get that up real quick. type it in just like you see it there. You don't have to type in comment, but you do have to do that hashtag door prize. Do it exactly the way you see it there. No spaces. Yeah, just do that type it in just like you see it there. It has to be typed in perfectly during the live, so the raffle option on my live software will pick up your comment and put it in the drawing. So this is for the adhesive-backed cork rounds. You can do so much with these. You can even change the colors up a little bit. I've seen somebody use it for flower centers, and they took like a dark daffodil delight Stampin' Blend and turned them a little yellow. So that was really neat for flower center. So that's everybody does the hashtag door prize during the live. If you're watching the replay, you also get in on a door prize. So everybody watching, but if you watch live, you get to be in both drawings. This is for the adhesive-backed speckled dots. Both of these are retired items, by the way. They're not available to purchase. So this is for everybody who watches the live and the replay and does the hashtag door prize. I will put all those names in a spinning wheel, and I will announce the winner of this one in next week's live. But this is the one I will announce here at the end. So I'll talk about the class, and when I'm done talking about the class, we'll do the drawing. So make sure you get the hashtag door prize in before I start doing the raffle. Okay, so get the ticker going again. If you'll have the host code is showing up. If you use that host code that you see, place a $40 order before shipping and tax, and after any bonus day coupons that you redeem, you will get the you'll get the card kits to make 2 each of the 3 cards that I just made here tonight. If you bump it up to a $50 order before shipping and tax and after you redeem your coupons, you'll also get a full pack of the flat adhesive-backed pearls that I used on all the cards here tonight. So the pearls do not come with the card kits unless you bump it up to a $50 order to get these added on. So $40 order with the shipping, with the host code, and a $50 before shipping and tax with the host code. Now, like when I was talking about the coupons, those bonus day coupons are worth $5 each. You earned those back in July, and you have all of August to redeem them. You can use as many as you want on an order. If you want to split them up during with orders, you can, but you can only use each bonus coupon code once. So once you use a code, then it doesn't work anymore. So, but if you want to use all of them at once, you can. Just make sure you put a space between each code when you go to enter them on the cart screen. On the cart screen, there will be a place to enter all of your codes. So what I do, I copy and paste them from the email that you received. That way you don't have any typos. Just copy them and then paste them into the bonus coupon code box that'll be on the cart to get your code in there. So that's how that works. But make sure you do have a space between each code. That way they know that you're putting in more than one coupon. So say you do 2 coupons, which are worth $10, then you will have to do a $50 order to get this. And then when you take the code off, then it'll take it down to the $40 order. And then a $60 order, then you take your $10 coupon off, then it'll be back down to the $50 and you'll still get these. But make sure you remember the total is before shipping and tax and after you do that coupon. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, comment below or contact me and I'll try to explain a little better. So hopefully that made sense. Okay, I think I haven't seen any hashtag door prizes here for a while. So I think it's time to start. So let me bring these out and we will see who's going to win. Let me grab, in the meantime, I always forget to grab this, get my Post-it notes ready because I want to write your name down. Whoever wins. Okay, now I think I'm ready. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Hearing quit. There we go. Congratulations. And I do have your address. So I will get those. Crystal watches just about every week. Probably is every week. So I will get those mailed out to you. Congratulations. I'll be mailing them out probably beginning of next week when I am mailing out other card class at homes. Okay. Congratulations, Crystal. I know you're on here because I've been talking to you. So congratulations. Okay. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, good. I'm seeing congrats, Crystal. So I know it's coming up. So here are all the cards again. And once the ticker goes away and everything, if you can't remember all the information to get the card kits free on YouTube, click on the Card Class at Home link in the video description. On Facebook, click the Learn More and click the link that says get free stuff when you order from me. That's when they'll give you all the information. Now, if you click on those links after August 7th, it'll tell you what I'm currently offering, because that's the other thing I did forget to tell you. It's on the ticker, but this offer ends August 7th. I didn't remember what month it was. So next Wednesday, August 7th, you've got till the end of the day, your time zone, so midnight, your time zone, to get your order placed on Wednesday, which is August 7th. And then there'll be a new class again next Thursday. Okay, oops. I was getting ready to go to me and my camera's messed up. Get that fixed, because I'm sure you don't mind looking at the cards a little longer. There we go. So I can take that down. Let's go ahead and we're done with that. Boy, I wish they showed what each little thing I click on a little better. There we go. Get the code on there. There we go. So I'm glad you guys got to make it. Had a nice crowd again tonight. Glad you guys are here. Seeing a bunch of congrats. Okay, I think we're done for tonight. I always wait a little bit longer just because of that delay to make sure I don't see somebody else pop a question up or anything like that. Now, if I did miss any of your comments, I will go back and look at them. And if you had a question, I will reply back. Facebook, I can reply back right to your comment. YouTube, as soon as the live is over, that live chat that we've been chatting on here, I can't do any comments on it anymore. So you'll want to look in the comments on the replay. It'll be at the bottom. Usually if you're watching on the laptop, the comments are on the bottom. They're called the regular comments that they have on all videos. Will be at the bottom. That's where I will put your answer. Okay. Let's see, Paula. Oh, thank you. Got this. I think it was, speaking of Walmart, that's where I got this. It is so, I love, it is like got up to 90s, I do believe today, super humid. So I thought, I'm wearing my sleeveless shirt. Very comfortable. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good week. I hope you do too, Crystal. Okay. Oh, good, Anne. I'm glad you love the cards. I'm glad you got to make it live. Missed you last week. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Like I said, I'll read comments again if I missed any, because I'm sure I did. When I get to making cards, I know I missed some. So I will see you guys all next week. Have a nice weekend and take care of yourselves. Bye.